Hello everyone, Jeff the Green Review here. There's a lot of confusion about genetically modified organisms, GMOs. Sometimes people argue about a controversial topic without knowing the definitions of the words they're using. Sometimes they purposely try to confuse the issue by improperly using words or by using the same words as the opposition but defining them differently. For instance, let's take a look at the acronyms and terms of GEO and GMO. GEO is short for genetically engineered organism, and GMO is short for genetically modified organism. These two terms are often used interchangeably, but they're not the same thing, unless you're trying to confuse people. The United States Department of Agriculture, the USDA, defines genetic modification, GM, as the production of heritable improvements in plants or animals for specific uses via either genetic engineering or other more traditional methods. Some countries other than the United States use this term of genetic modification to refer specifically to genetic engineering. The USDA defines genetic engineering, GE, as the manipulation of an organism's genes by introducing, eliminating, or rearranging specific genes using the methods of modern molecular biology, particularly those techniques referred to as recombinant DNA techniques. Did you see what I mean? In the genetic modification definition, the modification can be either GE or more traditional methods. Traditional methods are plain old plant breeding that's taken place for thousands of years. According to the USDA, that is the same thing as genetic engineering. It is not. Also, according to the definition, all garden seeds and plants are genetically modified, and they are. Throughout all of history, all organisms, except for naturally occurring clones, have been and always will be genetically modified organisms. Identical twins have slight differences in their DNA, and they're therefore, like the rest of us, genetically modified organisms. Identical twins are GMOs of their parents. Some bacteria and some viruses are naturally able to transfer genes between organisms that are not sexually compatible. It is a natural process of genetic modification that occurs in nature, but scientists can now use it to engineer changes that they see as beneficial to people. This high-tech laboratory process is called recombinant DNA transfer. This genetic engineering is a small subset of genetic modification that has been transferred to the laboratory. This laboratory GE is what some people are afraid may cause problems. Almost all of the corn and soybeans in the United States have GE genes that protect them from insect or herbicide damage. GE is a shortcut to get a new organism that would be time-consuming or impossible to achieve through hybridization. The industry people who are involved in GE also use the terms GM and GMO. By saying modifying and not engineering, they're not being specific. They seem to think that people who don't know the difference will be fooled into thinking they're just doing what nature constantly does, modify. And they might be right. If you look at the USDA definition of GM, it includes genetic engineering. So there you go. On the other side of the controversy, people against GE also say GM and GMO. It seems they too want to cloud the issue. They seem to think that since people hear GMO coming from the industry, that they should be against GMO, instead of the thing they're actually against, GEO. At the present time, there are no GE seeds available to home gardeners. Every seed packet, including all heirloom and organic packets, always contain genetically modified seeds, even if the label says they aren't. Just look at the USDA definition, you will see that all garden seeds fit their genetic modification definition. All garden seeds are GM seeds. We love GM plants. That's how we get new varieties of food and landscape crops. It's easy to say do not be afraid of genetically modified plants and animals because every plant and animal throughout all of history has been a GMO. Until the new GE crops came out, every food ever eaten has also been GM food. Even though several years of scientific investigation saying GE plants and animals are safe, and we've been eating GEO food for years, GE is the new thing, and new things are often scary. Any food package in the grocery store or seed packet that has been labeled as not containing GM or GMO products is wrong. The food may not contain GE grains, but it definitely has GM grains in it. So what does this mean to me? Every food plant in your garden and plant in your landscape is genetically modified. The real concern may not be about GMO versus GEO plants on farms, but it should be about what chemicals the GE plant has in it that may harm human or animal health. Does a corn plant that is genetically engineered to be resistant to herbicides have herbicide residues left in it when it's eaten? Another, what's this mean to me? We're always on the lookout for new genetically modified plants and animals. We want to find the improved characteristics of more production, better quality, better disease resistance. And we want to stop using plants and animals that we believe are not improved. Plant and animal breeders are constantly improving our landscapes with prettier flowers, our pets with improved animals, and our gardens with new hybrids, such as mildew-resistant zucchini. Genetic modification is normal, natural, and constantly occurring, and nothing to be upset about at all. So, I hope this has helped. Define your terms and do more research, but think about what you're trying to be against before you just jump on the bandwagon and are against something. And this is Jeff with the Green Review. Thanks for watching.